Ever feel like your computer has a mind of its own, like it's always one step ahead of you? Hey, you are definitely not alone. So in this explainer, we're going to cut through all that confusing tech talk. We're going to build the core IT skills you need to feel totally confident and in control of your digital world. Ready? Let's dive in.
So really think about that for a second. What if you could just master it? Maybe you feel like you're playing catch-up, or you're just plain tired of having to ask for help with the simplest things. Well, the good news is you're in exactly the right place. We're going to swap that uncertainty for some real, solid confidence.
And here's the best part. This is not like climbing Mount Everest, okay? The roadmap to getting comfortable with your computer is actually way simpler than most people think. It's something anyone can achieve. And we're going to walk through it together, one step at a time.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll figure out what our starting line is. Then, we'll crack open the case, metaphorically, and look at hardware and software. After that, it's all about taking the driver's seat, controlling your computer, using the essential tools, and of course, staying safe online. And finally, we'll look at the path to really mastering this stuff. Sounds good, right?
All right, first things first. We have to start at the digital starting line. Before we get into how to do things, we need to know what we're even aiming for. So what does it actually mean to be IT literate these days?
You know, it's actually pretty straightforward. It's just the basic knowledge you need to use computers and other devices in your day-to-day life. At home, for school, or at work. We're not talking about becoming a programmer or some IT genius. Nope. This is just about being a confident, capable user.
So, why does this matter so much? Well, because it's empowering. It means you can use your devices on your own. It means when a small problem pops up, you can probably fix it yourself instead of panicking. And really importantly, it lets you use the internet responsibly. Plus, these aren't just random skills, they actually line up with international standards, so it's a real, recognized level of know-how.
Okay, let's move on to the machine itself. The thing is, every single computer, doesn't matter if it's the phone in your pocket, a laptop, or a big desktop, it's all made of two essential halves, the hardware and the software. And this is a really simple but super important idea. Hardware is all the physical stuff, the things you can actually touch, right? The screen, the keyboard, your mouse. Software, on the other hand, is all the digital stuff, the programs, the apps. It's the set of instructions that tells the hardware what to do. The analogy I love is this. Hardware is like the body, and the software is like the mind, or the thoughts, that tell the body how to move and what to do.
So let's break down that hardware just a little bit. You've got your input devices. That's how you put information in. Think keyboard, mouse, touchscreen. Then you have output devices. That's how the computer gets information out to you. Your monitor, your speakers, a printer. And then deep inside, you've got the really important stuff. The CPU, which is basically the computer's brain, the RAM, which is its short-term memory for what it's doing right now, and the hard drive, or SSD, which is its long-term memory where it stores all your files. Okay, so we know what all the parts are, but how do you actually get in the driver's seat? How do you make this thing do what you want it to do? Well, that's what this next part is all about, taking control and organizing your digital world. I'm sure you've seen these names a million times. Windows, Mac OS, Android. These are the operating systems, or the OS for short. Think of the OS as the master program that runs the whole show. And yeah, they might look a little different on the surface, but underneath, they all do the exact same core jobs, letting you launch apps, manage your files, and just generally use your computer. And honestly, one of the most powerful, basic skills is just learning how to organize your files. It's just like a digital filing cabinet. If you get into the habit of this simple process, make a folder, give it a sensible name, save your stuff inside it, I promise you, you will save yourself so much headache. You'll always be able to find what you're looking for.
All right, let's get practical. Let's talk about the everyday digital tools, the apps you're probably going to use all the time. These are the real workhorses that make your computers such a useful machine.
Really, it boils down to what I call the big three. If you can get the hang of these, you are golden. You've got your word processor, like Microsoft Word, for writing stuff. You've got your email for talking to people. And you've got your web browser, like Chrome or Safari, which is your window to the entire internet. These three are the absolute cornerstones of using a computer today.
Okay, this next section is a big one. It's one thing to get online, but it's a whole other ballgame to do it safely. And I'm telling you, this is maybe one of the most critical skills you can learn, how to protect yourself out there.
So one of the most common scams you'll run into is something called phishing.
It's a weird word, but the idea is simple. A criminal pretends to be someone you trust, like your bank, or Amazon, or even a government agency, and they try to trick you into giving up your password or credit card info. Being able to spot these fakes is absolutely crucial.
Let's look at a classic example. Just look at these two links. Which one immediately makes you feel a little iffy? Let's break it down. Look at link A. It starts with HTTPS. That S is for secure, and the address, yourbank.com, looks legit. Now look at B. First off, no S. It's just HTTP. And then look at the address, yourbanksecurityupdate.info. That just doesn't look right, does it? That's a massive red flag.
And that little exercise shows you exactly why a few simple habits can be your best defense. Seriously, it comes down to 4 main things. Use strong, unique passwords for different sites. Always keep your software updated. Those updates often have security fixes. Be super careful about what you click on. And take a minute to understand your privacy settings on different websites. That's it. Those are the 4 pillars of staying safe.
Wow. Okay. We have covered a ton of ground, haven't we? From the guts of the machine to staying safe online. So for our last section, let's pull it all together. What does this journey to becoming proficient really look like? How long does it take, and what do you get at the end? So the big question, how long is this going to take? You might actually be surprised. We're not talking about years of study here. Most people can build this solid foundation in about 20 to 40 hours of guided learning. I mean, think about that. That's like a part-time job for a week or two. It's a totally manageable goal that can literally change your entire relationship with technology.
And what's the payoff? What's the prize at the finish line? This quote really sums it up perfectly. You'll be able to just do it yourself. Start up the computer, manage your files, browse the web without being scared, send emails. You will have mastered the essentials and gained a huge amount of independence.
So, there you have it. The foundation is laid out, the roadmap is clear. There's this huge, amazing digital world just waiting for you to explore it with confidence. And now, the only question left is, where are you going to go first?